Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And I hope you guys are having a great 4th of July weekend. I'm off today, bro. I'm off today, you fucking asshole. That means I get to drink beer. You don't have any idea what it's like to be a beer connoisseur, man. Seriously. Beer like this makes me excited, bro. It does something to my insides that's just, it makes me feel good. I'm drinking a sour cherry beer from Southern Tier Brewery. I love sour beers, man. It's been my fucking thing for the last couple of months, man. Sour beers. This one's cherry. I had a fucking apple beer not too long ago. We had Victory Brewery. They brew Golden Monkey. They had a sour monkey. We went to a fucking beer fest or beer garden, whatever the fuck this thing was. It was in front of a fucking castle last year. Me and Matt murdered that fucking skag. Some of you might not know who he is. He's someone that I play Call of Duty with, one of my good friends. And all we did was just hang around the Victory Brewery keg. And it was just Sour Monkey. That was the fucking most delicious beer they had there. And I found this, and I'm like, I have to have this weekend. Sour Goss from Southern Tier. It's a sour cherry ale with 8.4% alcohol. I'm drinking it. I'm feeling good. I have no work tomorrow, but I do work on the 4th. But I'll talk about that in a second. But we're not here to talk about beer. We're here to talk about WWE. We're here to talk about news and rumors. So much news and rumors that I got this weekend, I'm literally shitting out fucking news reports. I don't know what to do with it. You guys make it a part fucking 6 of Off the Script the way things are going this weekend. I don't know. But regardless of that, you guys are watching episode 124, part number 3, for your Sunday, July 3rd, 2016. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, I know what I'm forgetting. You guys mentioned to me that the video was out of sync yesterday. I don't know why. It's like Windows is fucking me over. That never happened to me before. I'm listening, I'm watching. I'm like, okay, around the 22-minute mark, things are good. And then all of a sudden, I feel like I'm in one of them Chinese fucking movies. Like Roman Reigns wrote a fucking promo for me. No good, man. I strive for perfection here on Off the Script. I'm sorry about that. If you guys found that to be some bothersome material yesterday. You know that's unlike me. That's not like me, bro. We do things right. We do things the correct way here. Things looked good. Things sound good here. This is Off the Script, man. I gotta give you the best every single weekend. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What the fuck am I forgetting over here, bro? And you people are probably wondering, JD, who the fuck are you talking to? I'm talking to the goon. The goon is over there. Don't worry about what he's doing. He's giving me one of these. You know, that's what the fucking creative writers do in WWE. When they're coming up with an idea. Ryback. Kane. That's what they do. What am I forgetting? Jesus Christ, do I gotta call fucking Joe Cronin to ask him what the fuck's going on? I don't know what's going on, man. What am I forgetting, man? I don't even have my right glasses on. What the fuck is this shit? Jesus Christ, give me my Mundo glasses, bro. Holy shit. Oh, now I know what I gotta do. is the #1 fucking podcast in your subscription box. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off The Script. Man, I love that intro, bro. I'm not the #1 in anything, but I know for a fact, everybody that does a podcast, we're #1. Right here in your sub box. I know that for a fact. I'm not #1 in anything, but I am #1 in your subscription boxes. That's why I say that. Anyway, Off The Script, thank you guys so much. I'm in a good mood, man. I got some fucking alcohol flowing through me. So you know this is going to be a can't-miss episode of Off The Script. We got a lot of news. You guys know the typical spiel, the deal. Alright, I'm going to go over this very, very quickly because I don't want to waste your fucking time because there were a few fucking bad seeds in the comment section yesterday. Oh, JD, all you do for 13 minutes is promote your shitty merchandise, man. Please, if I didn't promote my merchandise, you wouldn't have great-looking t-shirts to go buy. But those are the people that don't buy them anyway. Those are the fucking goons who leave me comments, and then they're coming back to the video, and they'd be like, oh, JD, where's my comment, man? I don't see my comment, bro. Yeah, that's because I fucking banned you from the fucking website, from my channel. So continue to make reference about, 13 minutes in is when he starts the news. Okay, sure. So, you try and leave a comment and see what happens to you. 0. 0, bro. Just like this fucking glass is going to be empty with fucking beer in a couple of minutes. You're going to be empty on fucking comments in my comment section. How do you like that one? Alright? So keep leaving the comments. Go ahead. I dare you. So good, man. So good. Unbelievable. Anyway, Pro Wrestling Tees. I don't know where this show is going, man. Pro Wrestling Tees, 20% off all weekend. Use the coupon code AMERICA. Thank you guys for buying t-shirts all week long. This lasts up until Tuesday at noon. So if you guys want to get my merchandise via Barbershop Window, my official online shop, we are officially partnered with Barbershop Window. Off The Script's got its own online shop. Get your Roman Reigns t-shirt, man. The t-shirt that changed everybody's life for the next 30 days. Magical t-shirt, man. Who's going to be on the next one? You'll find out. So get off my TV t-shirts. You got the Goon City t-shirt. Save yourself some money, man. 20% off. Use the coupon code AMERICA at checkout. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I don't know what you're waiting for, bro. What are you waiting for? You waiting for Sean's View to hit fucking 90,000 subscribers? Seems like he's been at 89 for fucking the last 7 years. When are you gonna subscribe? When he gets to 100, you'll be fucking dead. Roman Reigns will be on his fucking 16th title reign before that happens. Subscribe. Please, do yourself a favor. At JD from NY206, and you guys know the rest. Follow and subscribe. WrestleCrate, use the coupon code JDSENTME for an instant 10% off. I'm saving you fucking money all over the place, man. Take advantage of these great deals, courtesy of JD. WrestleCrate.com and on Twitter at WrestleCrates. Still didn't get mine yet. Hopefully by next weekend. I got to reach out to Ed, or maybe my neighbors took it. I don't fucking know what's going on. And what? Did I forget something? Oh yeah, Patreon. You guys want early access to Off The Script? You guys want early access to anything that I upload on YouTube.com? Or if you just want to fucking be generous and appreciative of the content, you don't give a shit about anything. Pledge. You know, you can do anything, man. $1, fucking 50 cents, whatever you want to do, bro. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. You guys are kicking ass. On a serious note, you guys are fucking unbelievable. I got the best fucking subscribers in the wrestling community. You guys are kicking fucking ass with Patreon, man. Thank you all so very much. If you guys do want to pledge and show your appreciation, patreon.com/JD from NY206. And yes, the latest perk available to everybody that pledges is you get all my content for free, early. You know, those guys, it's not them paying for my content, it's just them seeing it before everybody else, because those who pledge certainly are on a first serve basis. You guys get it all first, man. And just like yesterday, I uploaded, this is a good thing, I do want to mention this to you guys. I did upload videos because YouTube is all fucked up all week, man. With the subscriber flush and the subscriber purge, it's been absolutely fucking awful. I know for a fact my views have been cut in half. My likes and my comments have been cut in half. Biblical Reaper reached out to me via text yesterday, and he's showing me numbers and statistics. I know he is fucking pissed off about everything. Everybody's views are cut in half. So I will mention this, man. I did upload, for you guys who are crazy about the series, WWE social media comments. I uploaded episode 5 yesterday. If it did not hit your sub boxes, I urge you to go and watch this video, man. It is absolutely fucking hilarious and unlike anything I've ever done on YouTube.com, man. And a lot of people are saying, JD, you could easily take over for Byron Saxton and JBL and Michael Cole on Monday Night Raw. Thank you, guys. You warm my heart so very much with those comments. But if you do want to go see something hilarious for your 4th of July weekend, social media comments, number 5, link down below. I also did a fantasy draft via WWE.com. That is also available down below. And if you missed Off the Script this weekend, episodes 124, Part 1 and 2, everything you need is linked down below in the description of this very video. Thank you guys so much for that. Let's talk about some WWE. Now, I was going to talk about Roman Reigns again, but I am not. I did have the top story planned for today, and that was an update on the drug Roman Reigns took that forced him to violate the WWE wellness policy. We will not be talking about that this weekend because I don't want to talk about something that we don't have full concrete information on. Everything is just speculative garbage, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So I am going to highlight this right now, live, and I'm going to delete this news story from my folder. I do not want it, okay? What we're going to talk about is the top story today, and this is something that might get a lot of people angry, and it certainly makes me scratch my head. It's just very bizarre. A ton of backstage criticism for Dean Ambrose, despite being the WWE Champion. Now, I don't know why anybody would have criticism of Dean Ambrose, but let's find out. Dean Ambrose has been the WWE Champion for less than a month, but the length of his run is already being questioned, and the circumstances under which he won the title has been put under the microscope. There's nothing about Dean Ambrose that you need to put under the microscope, you fucking goon. This is all thanks to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns failed a drug test, and WWE had to make an executive decision, and that's exactly what they did. Instead of giving Rollins the title back immediately, right? He had the taste of gold. Reigns has had the taste of gold. Why don't we give Ambrose a try? And the fact that Dean Ambrose was about even with Roman Reigns during house show attendance and figures and income for the house shows, they figured, you know what, let's give Dean Ambrose a shot. And that's exactly what they did. So, a mixture of Roman Reigns failing the drug test and Rollins coming back early, and they didn't want to put the title on him too soon, and Dean Ambrose doing relatively well during house shows with house show attendance, they figured, you know what, let's give Dean Ambrose a shot, and that's exactly what they did. It hasn't been the easiest transition backstage, despite Raw earning its highest rating in months. The night after Ambrose captured the WWE Championship for the first time in his career, ratings and merchandise sales, and this is a fact, have long been two of the key determining factors in making a WWE champion. Fans heard part of the reason for taking the title off Roman Reigns and going with Ambrose was because Reigns' live event attendance, like I just mentioned, and the numbers were comparable to Ambrose, despite Reigns headlining Raw shows and Ambrose headlining what was considered B-level shows in generally smaller markets. Reigns also failed a drug test, and subsequent suspension played a major part in the championship switch. But in light of today's news, it's interesting that WWE officials did not go back to Seth Rollins as their top champion. According to DailyWrestlingNews.com, there has been a ton of backstage heat on Dean Ambrose, going as far back as a couple of months, and yet he still stands before the WWE Universe as the dude, and more importantly, the WWE Champion. Now remember, with the upcoming brand split, plans to create another top champion are in motion, thus dropping the previous WWE World Heavyweight Champion distinction and simply going with WWE Champion. Continuing on, Ambrose portrays a carefree, nonchalant lunatic on camera, and one that resonates with the fan base much more than the previous champion, Roman Reigns. Going to stop right there for a second. Ambrose, I would not call him a lunatic, okay? This is a lunatic in the PG era WWE. This is a lunatic in the PG era initiative. Ambrose is not a lunatic. He is a contained lunatic. He's not a lunatic as I know, for example, like Terry Funk. Terry Funk is a fucking lunatic. Brian Pillman pulling guns on Steve Austin and fucking, what they did back in the Attitude Era. That is a fucking lunatic, okay? That is what I want Dean Ambrose to be. Well, not pulling guns on people and not looking as if he's a fucking mass murderer or about to go on a fucking mass murdering spree like fucking Brian Pillman was. Brian Pillman was fucking unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. God rest his soul. But Dean Ambrose is a nonchalant lunatic in a PG era WWE, okay? So that's what they describe him as. I don't see it. I think he's more of a cheesy act, to be honest with you. I really wish they would let Ambrose be carefree. I really they would let Dean Ambrose just roll with the fucking Jon Moxley shit instead of being this contained WWE superstar and somewhat of a corporate goon, to be honest with you. This is not a lunatic gimmick at all. Dean Ambrose is possible of so much. He's capable of so much more. And I feel like Ambrose, as far as his character goes, probably his in-ring work as well, I feel like he's being severely held back by WWE. So it does resonate, like the report says, with the fan base. Obviously much more than Roman Reigns. So there you go. People rather see Dean Ambrose than Roman Reigns. And I'm sure that's, you line up fucking 10 people, and 9 out of 10 of them are going to say, who would you rather see WWE champion? 9 out of 10 are probably going to say Dean Ambrose. Logically, if you got a fucking brain. Now, if you line up fucking 10 women who don't know jack shit about the fucking WWE product, they're going to say Roman Reigns, because they don't know any better. If you line up 10 fucking Indian goons, whose names you can't even fucking pronounce, if you tried, they're probably going to say Roman Reigns. So, Ambrose, for the majority of the audience, the key demographic, if you line up 10 people, more likely than not, 9 out of 10 will pick Dean Ambrose as WWE Champion over Roman Reigns. But apparently, that attitude by Ambrose and demeanor carries over backstage when Ambrose is no longer in front of the bright lights. This is very interesting. This is especially evident after his matches, as people in the back claim he doesn't look so hot. No WWE superstar will look his best fresh off a wrestling match. But in Ambrose's case, it's become a concern to some degree. The heat Ambrose has on him at present might give further credence to an Inquisitor report 2 weeks ago. Take it with a grain of salt with the Inquisitor. Just 4 days ago into his reign. At this time as WWE Champion, his reign might not last longer than Battleground on July 24th. According to them, it might not even last past Battleground. So with all the criticism surrounding Ambrose and Roman Reigns in the doghouse for his wellness policy violation, Seth Rollins' chances of recapturing what he never truly lost are increasing by the hour. As noted, Ambrose heat stems back months ago. Now, listen to this, which makes completely no fucking sense whatsoever. His feud with Brock Lesnar was widely panned. It was disregarded as uninspiring and lackluster for a variety of reasons. Perhaps Lesnar was disinterested because he wasn't involved in a more marquee matchup. True. I'm pretty sure that is a factor in why this feud was garbage. Also, his feud with Brock Lesnar, to Ambrose's credit, the Lunatic Fringe requested to add more lunacy to their showdown at WrestleMania, asking for more weapons and more high-risk spots, blood, and all that was turned down by WWE Creative. As a result, a disappointing match ended in a predictable fashion before Brock took time off and Ambrose had to pick up the pieces. Apparently things did not get any better for Dean, who still managed to get booked in high-profile programs with Chris Jericho. The two engaged in singles matches at Payback and Extreme Rules, the latter of which pitted them inside a steel cage called the Ambrose Asylum match. Basically, a modified steel cage littered with weapons and foreign objects hanging from above. The feud carried over somewhat when both participants ended up in the Money in the Bank ladder match, which of course Ambrose went on to win before cashing in the contract. Later on in the night, The program with Jericho also received a lot of criticism from backstage officials, with reports of negative reaction to the Ambrose Asylum match surfacing immediately. All in all, it's a strange situation that Dean Ambrose is in, and right now he is the current champion despite not being the company's favorite son at the present time. That probably goes to show you why Stephanie McMahon was really ribbing into or fucking digging into Dean Ambrose on Monday Night Raw. We really didn't see that in weeks leading up to Money in the Bank, and all of a sudden he's the WWE Champion, and Stephanie McMahon is ripping into him as he stands in the ring with AJ Styles and John Cena and Seth Rollins as they make the main event matches on Monday Night Raw to further the show, and then again in a backstage segment later on in that show. So it was very odd to me that Stephanie McMahon was pretty much digging into Dean Ambrose a couple times during that show. That might have something to do with what's playing off on this report. Now, going back to where we were, Seth Rollins, listen, I'm not going to complain if they give him back the championship. Honestly, that's where WWE should have went. You know, I don't see any other reason not to give him the WWE championship. But I will say this, as far as Dean Ambrose goes, everything that we discussed here, everything that was reported is not his fault. Dean Ambrose was never given anything good to work with. I mean, for fuck's sake, this guy was given a fucking potted plant as a best friend. They gave him a fucking segment, a talk show, in which the potted plant was given a fucking name. And his name was Mitch. This is a fucking lunatic in WWE New Era. This is a lunatic in WWE 2016. You know what I say? You know what I see as the lunatic? Terry Funk fucking wielding a chainsaw, fucking revving that shit up, ready to fucking clear house. That's what I see as a fucking lunatic. Psycho Sid was more of a lunatic than Dean Ambrose. The guy could snap at the fucking drop of a dime, and he can go crazy. Psycho Sid, you know? Dean Ambrose is not a lunatic. Everything that Dean Ambrose is being picked on right now and criticized for goes back to WWE Creative. The Ambrose Asylum was fucking terrible. The match was terrible because it went 27 fucking minutes. If it went 10 minutes less and came in at about 16 and 17 minutes, then maybe most of us wouldn't have fucking shitted all over it. It was fucking terrible. It was boring. The feud didn't make any sense. The feud was built around a fucking leather jacket that lit up in the fucking nighttime and a fucking potted plant. There's not much you can work with there, WWE. But you're gonna blame it on fucking Dean Ambrose? Come on, bro. Sheer stupidity. It's like someone in the fucking 3rd grade with a crayon wrote that fucking storyline. But this is coming from adults who obviously don't know jack shit about the WWE product. Seriously. And I know you guys agree with me on that. As far as the Brock Lesnar match, the feud didn't make any sense. It did not make any fucking sense. And again, this is on WWE Creative. That's the best they gave you for WrestleMania. That is legit the best they gave you for WrestleMania. What we seen at WrestleMania 32 was WWE Creative presenting it to Vince McMahon. This is the best we got. When I know for a fact, Joe, me, and everybody that's got a fucking brain, that's got some common sense, booked a better WrestleMania. That WrestleMania was one of the worst of all time, no matter how much money they made. I don't give a shit about the money. Money means nothing to me when watching WWE. They're going to make their money regardless. What I seen in the ring for 4.5 hours, 5 hours, absolutely dreadful. And the fact that you didn't let Dean Ambrose free at WrestleMania says a lot. It says a lot. But yet you booked him in a hardcore street fight with no blood. You booked him in storyline segments on Monday Night Raw with barbed wire, baseball bats, chainsaws, and none of those things came into play at all during the match. All we seen was a glorified squash match with Brock Lesnar. Suplex, a kendo stick, a steel chair, and before you even fucking blinked, it was over. But you're going to blame that on Dean Ambrose though, right? When the report says he went to Creative and wanted to go all out to make this match memorable, and you turned him down. Now, I don't know why they would do that. Maybe Brock Lesnar went to them beforehand and said, listen, I'm training to be in UFC 200. I'm going to fight. I want to fight. I don't want to risk myself, and I don't want to risk injury to the point where I can't make that event. Maybe, that was a reason for them turning it down. But I doubt it. I doubt it. WWE turned it down because they're a bunch of fucking scumbags. That's all they are. And they don't know any better. Well, it doesn't fit the PG initiative. We can't have blood. It's WrestleMania. One night out of the year, you need to showcase your best. You need to do whatever it takes to make a new fan. If that means spilling a drop of blood here and there and making a Dean Ambrose-Brock Lesnar match, which otherwise didn't make any fucking sense, somewhat memorable, then fucking do it. But you want to level all this on Dean Ambrose, right? Guy worked his fucking ass off to get where he is right now. He has done literally everything you asked him to do. Jackets and plants and fucking meaningless feuds with Bray Wyatt. You fucking undermined him when he should have been the fucking WWE champion months ago, feuding with Roman Reigns, who should have been a fucking heel. Dean Ambrose should have been the babyface, chasing the champion, the heel champion of Roman Reigns, going back to Survivor Series, and they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They want to book him in feuds with Wyatt and Owens, and then they want to feud him over a fucking light-up jacket with a potted plant named Mitch, and then give us a street fight that means fucking absolutely nothing, and then randomly throw him into a WWE Championship match against Triple H at Roadblock, which was better than the main event of WrestleMania that you had with Roman Reigns. Yeah, but Dean Ambrose is being criticized. For what? For what? He's being criticized because he's doing everything that's asked of him, given to him by WWE Creative. We don't know any better. That's WWE Creative, the fucking buck-toothed pencil neck geek with the fucking pocket protector who doesn't know any better. Writing shit down. Oh, this might work. Give me a break, man. Guarantee you meet someone in WWE Creative who is a part of that writing team, and I guarantee you he looks and sounds exactly what I'm doing right now. It's exactly what he does. Awful. Absolutely awful. So, Dean Ambrose, backstage criticism? Bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Give the guy a fucking chance. Give the guy a chance. What else do you have going on right now? Nothing. You have nothing going on. Roman Reigns was a failure. An absolute fucking disastrous failure. But you want to criticize Dean Ambrose. Why? Because he didn't get on his hands and knees and suck Vince McMahon's cock? Huh? He didn't get on his hands and knees and suck fucking Pat Patterson's cock? Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Dean Ambrose deserves at least a run to prove what he's worth. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But give the guy a fucking chance. You're cutting him down, and he just won the fucking title. He's the champion for 2 weeks now. Give him a chance. What the fuck did he do wrong? What could he possibly do wrong in 2 weeks? Nothing. So fucking stupid. Backstage criticism. Roman has backstage criticism, not Dean Ambrose. He deserves the backstage criticism, not Dean Ambrose. Fucking bullshit. Unbelievable the shit that I read, man. Anyway, moving on. Corey Graves taking over for Jerry Lawler during the live SmackDown on July 19th. Can we? Can this be true? Well, Jerry Lawler's fucking domestic violence situation was dropped, just like Jason Solomonster predicted, because nothing can go wrong down in Memphis, Tennessee with Jerry the King Lawler. Almost immediately after Jerry the King Lawler was suspended by WWE, the rumors for Corey Graves to become the new heel commentator next to Mauro Ranallo began. There's a lot of speculation about Graves taking over for Lawler as the first edition of SmackDown inches closer. David Otunga has taken over for Lawler in the meantime, but that has always meant to be temporary. According to a report from CageSideSeats.com, Corey Graves is expected to take over for Jerry Lawler when SmackDown goes live on July 19th. Don't take the report as serious. Take everything with a grain of salt. Okay? Seriously, I mean that. Nothing is concrete right now. Nothing is confirmed. But there are talks. If that happens, the belief is that he would continue to do NXT, or Byron Saxton would take over for him in WWE Developmental. Before we go ahead and pretty much throw a parade, we have to address the elephant in the room. This change would have been a lot easier to pull off if Lawler's suspension had held up, but his charges were dismissed this weekend, and his suspension has been lifted. Now, it'll be more deliberate if WWE chooses Graves. Lawler's legal troubles are over, but WWE could still make the decision for Graves to replace the King on SmackDown, though it's a tough decision to make if you are a WWE official. No, it's not. No, it's not. Lawler can do the pre-show. That's fine. Give him a minimized role. Give him a minimized role. This is a new era. You're not going to ring in the fucking new era and the new era with the draft with Jerry the King Lawler and the same old fucking announce team. Switch it up. How many times have we said, WWE, take a fucking risk? Take a risk. This is a risk that's going to pay off in the long run. Ronaldo and Graves is all you need. Lawler on the pre-show, Byron Saxton down at NXT. Fuck that. Put Byron Saxton back in the backstage interviews, in the backstage segments, doing what he does best. That fits him much better than sitting out next to fucking Michael Cole and JBL. And put Corey Graves in next to Mauro Ranallo, and have Corey Graves do NXT as well, because he's that damn fucking good. That's someone I don't mind hearing on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays, because he's that fucking good, and he deserves it. Everybody was wondering, oh, Corey Graves, he's not wrestling anymore. This guy's probably going to end up getting released. Little did anyone know he became the best color commentator in the business. Corey Graves is fucking amazing. Someone I wish the absolute best for, and I can't wait to see more of him and hear more of him on SmackDown. I hope, for a fact, this is a reality. I can't wait to see it happen, and hopefully WWE does make the proper changes to really give it a new era feel. Corey Graves on SmackDown, make it happen on July 19th. WWE officials planning Brock Lesnar versus Kevin Owens for SummerSlam. Listen to this fucking story. Many people have wondered what Lesnar versus Owens would be like, since the latter is one of the few that could really give the Beast Incarnate a decent fight in the ring. The match has been long rumored, and that hasn't stopped, but it seems as if WWE might finally be pulling the trigger on a feud for Brock Lesnar's return at SummerSlam. According to a report from Ring Talk, with 2Ks.com, Lesnar versus Owens is penciled in for SummerSlam this year, which is going to be a huge match for WWE after Lesnar's return to UFC. The match will be a draw because Owens is one of the best heels in the WWE, and working with Lesnar has been talked about by wrestling fans for a while now. However, the real selling point here is Lesnar's return to the WWE if he defeats Mark Hunt at UFC 200. It's going to be a foregone conclusion that Lesnar defeats Owens because he can't go from winning in the octagon to then losing to Kevin Owens. It doesn't make any fucking sense. A loss could make it far more plausible for Owens to walk out with a win, even though it will remain unlikely. The situation is going to be good for Owens no matter what because he gets to work with a huge name in Brock Lesnar. Now, no matter what happens at UFC 200, Brock Lesnar is going to need a win at SummerSlam to maintain his aura in the WWE Universe. There are reports saying that Lesnar doesn't give a shit what the outcome of UFC 200 is. He doesn't give a shit how that's going to affect his aura in WWE. Listen, did you expect anything else from Brock Lesnar? I mean, did you expect anything else from the mouth of Brock Lesnar? I am not surprised that he said anything like that, so you should not be surprised whatsoever as well. In the end, Lesnar's going to do what the fuck he wants. He's going to have as much leverage as he wants when conducting a sit-down contract talk with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's not going to let Brock Lesnar go just willingly. Do what you want. Goodbye. No, he's not going to let that happen. Lesnar is going to do what he wants. He's going to fucking talk to Vince McMahon about doing what he wants. And when the time is right, he's going to sit down. He's going to go over what he wants. He's going to get what he wants. He's going to get the money he wants. And he can say whatever he wants. He's Brock Lesnar. You're going to tell him no? I don't think so. So this guy can say whatever the fuck he wants. If he loses against Mark Hunt, which I hope he doesn't, I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, he's going to win, because I don't know. I don't watch UFC, and Lesnar's been away for 5 years, so you don't know what the fuck's going on or what's going to happen. I want to see him win. But if Lesnar, win or lose, goes back to the WWE, it's not going to matter for him. He's going to be making his money. He's going to be making his money. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit what the Brock Lesnar character is going to be like after a loss in UFC going back to SummerSlam. Nobody's going to fucking care. He's not going to care. Heyman's not going to care. The fans are not going to fucking care. They're paying money to see Brock Lesnar in a high-profile match. They want to be entertained. And there's nobody entertaining, more entertaining, I should say, than Brock Lesnar. Leave it at that. Are you surprised? You should not be. I don't know why you would be surprised at him saying something like, oh, I don't give a shit what happens at UFC 200. I'm going back there. I don't give a fuck what happens to me and my character. Why are you surprised by that? I'm not, in the least. So no matter what happens at UFC 200, Lesnar is more than likely, to us wrestling fans, going to need a win, okay? He needs to win. Lesnar cannot lose at all. If Lesnar loses at UFC 200, does it make sense for WWE to force another loss on him and make him look far less dominant in the ring? The last thing WWE officials want to do is make Lesnar's unbeatable aura go away, so a loss in UFC guarantees a win at SummerSlam no matter what. WWE officials are going to book Lesnar to win at SummerSlam, which is going to be a hit to someone like Kevin Owens. However, he should be able to shake off the loss either way, because Lesnar will need it more either way, and there is no shame in losing to Brock Lesnar, especially in a good match. Alright, CM Punk didn't look bad going against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam a few years back. Daniel Bryan is one guy I wanted to see go against Brock Lesnar. I guarantee you Lesnar would have made Daniel Bryan look like $1 million, even though the fucking matchup was completely opposite. I mean, I would have just loved to see the dynamic between those two. He made Roman Reigns look fucking good. He made Reigns look like $1 million. He made Cena look good. Lesnar makes guys look good. You know, he's not the fucking greatest wrestler in the world, but he knows how to entertain, and he knows how to put on a good match. That's all you want. That's all you need out of Brock Lesnar. He's 36 years old. You know, he's obviously getting up there in age. He's still one hell of a fucking athlete. There's only one Brock Lesnar. So losing to Brock Lesnar is not going to do Kevin Owens any bad at all. Being in the ring with Brock Lesnar is only going to make Kevin Owens look that much better. Because by association, people will see Kevin Owens standing in the ring and will see him as a legit main event guy. Because Lesnar only goes up against main event guys. Owens is going to look like a main event guy standing next to Brock Lesnar. So don't fucking tell me, oh, JD, Owens needs to win, man. No. Owens don't need to win. Yeah, it would be great if he wins, but logistically, it doesn't make any sense. It cannot happen. It cannot happen right now. Maybe if Lesnar was truly on his way out, never to come back to the WWE again, maybe that's when you book a Kevin Owens win. And I don't see Lesnar losing at all until he is completely done with the WWE. Because it will be that much more important that he's come back and he's never lost. And he's going to put over somebody, and that one man who beats Lesnar and pins him clean will be immortal. Lesnar cannot lose, just for that simple fact. WWE high on Austin Aries. Why the fuck not? He's a fucking beast. Austin Aries is one of the most decorated and experienced wrestlers on the planet. He is known as the greatest man that has ever lived. For a reason. I love that nickname. Of course, he's had a ton of success in NXT over the past few months, and he's been wrestling there very, very well with the likes of Nakamura, and now he's getting into a feud with No Way Jose. What is especially interesting is apparently WWE has gone and done a complete 180 when it comes to his abilities. According to a recent report from WrestlingInc.com, WWE officials recently changed their minds on AJ Styles because he was originally signed to be a mid-card act, but he's developed into one of their top stars. Ooh, WWE, don't judge a book before you read it. There you go. You're going to judge AJ Styles before he comes into the WWE. This guy's going to be mid-card. Why? Because he's coming from TNA? Because he's coming from New Japan? Because he's not a WWE guy? You're judging him before he even steps foot and laces up his fucking boots. Mistake number one. Mistake number two, he made you look like a fucking asshole. That's all there is to it. AJ came in. He's like, okay, I'm not going to be fucking appreciated or looked at as a big guy here. He made everyone in the WWE look like a fucking goon. Good. Glad. Austin Aries is doing the same fucking thing. Apparently, Aries has done the same thing in NXT. The perspective of him was that he was a great worker who looked like a normal guy. The work Aries has done is changed and has changed the minds of WWE officials who now look at him in similar ways to guys like AJ Styles, who that can be a draw with the right booking. On NXT programming, Austin Aries just turned heel and looks to be entering a feud with No Way Jose. The heel turn will be a good thing for him to show some more personality and make his in-ring work more meaningful. The match of the hour with Nakamura was out of this world fan-fucking-tastic. Austin Aries is the one guy from TNA. I've said this many times that I wanted to come over to WWE. He's finally here. He just turned heel. The fucking ceiling is there for Austin Aries to just fucking break through, man. I definitely see him leading NXT's charge. I see him being a future NXT champion, and he's going to add so much to that brand. And Austin Aries is just going to do fucking very, very well for himself. No doubt in my mind. I hope he does make the main roster, but right now, where he is most needed is NXT. Love that. Austin Aries is doing well for himself, and I'm very proud of that. And finally, guys, the reason why Dana Brooke was partnered with Charlotte has been revealed. Does anybody care? Probably not. I'm going to read this very quickly. Before the partnership, Dana Brooke and Charlotte, between Dana Brooke and Charlotte, both women were doing well for themselves and on their own. Brooke was continuing her partnership with Emma from NXT, and Charlotte was the current WWE Women's Champion alongside her father, Ric Flair. However, WWE Creative made the decision to bring Brooke into the fold and have Charlotte banish Ric Flair and to form the two women as a top heel duo in the women's division. Now, we know exactly why WWE did that. According to a report from DailyWrestlingNews.com, WWE officials think there is a lot of potential for Dana Brooke to be a major player in WWE, and yes, there is. But she is still very green in the ring. In fact, that was a main reason why the decision was made to partner her with Charlotte. After Emma's back injury put her on the shelf, and we all miss Emma, WWE felt like she needed a veteran to learn from on the main roster. There was some talk about Brooke forming a duo with Eva Marie. Thank fucking Christ that did not happen, because that would be a complete fucking train wreck on WWE television. Yeah, we're going to take Dana Brooke, who doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, and pair her with Eva Marie, who don't know what the fuck she's doing. All they do is have their fucking tits fucking puffed up, walking out there, and all they'd be is eye candy. Nothing. Dana Brooke is worth more than that. I believe she has a lot of potential. Eva Marie, please, get the fuck away from me. Get off my TV. Go do your modeling. Go fucking film your Instagram videos, filming protein shake ingredients and recipes and fucking whatever the fuck you got going on. Get the fuck away from my TV. Please. Nobody wants to see you. Maybe the fucking 12-year-old pubescent fucking horny asshole wants to see you, but not me. But WWE thought Charlotte was the better idea because she could learn from the Flairs. Oh, wow. Did we really need to read that report to figure that one out? Jesus fucking Christ. Even Eva Marie, as dumb as she is, can figure that one out. Give me a break. That's the reason why Dana Brooke was partnered with Charlotte. No shit. She got a long way to go. Hopefully she gets there and we get another woman in the division that is really a staple for that division for years to come. So Dana Brooke, Charlotte, needed someone to learn off of. They needed someone to mold her into a potential superstar. Charlotte is going to be that. No shit. So that is Off the Script, guys. Thank you so much for watching. There will be a part 4. I got so much fucking news, man. There may even be a part fucking 5. There's so much fucking news. Top story tomorrow. Kurt Angle. You've heard a lot of Kurt Angle news. You heard a lot of Kurt Angle talk. But there is rumors going around that Kurt Angle could be returning to Monday Night Raw on July 4th. And WWE's got big plans for the July 4th edition of Monday Night Raw. And I don't know what's going on, but apparently, as I read here, there is a planned 16-man elimination match with Team USA versus Team International. I'm sleeping already. I'm sleeping already just at the thought of that. Can you get any more generic? Please. I don't need to shit all over a Monday Night Raw again. Why? Why do you give us this fucking generic, stereotypical garbage? I mean, for fuck's sake, give me something worth my Monday nights. Please. Are you possible of that? Are you capable of that? I don't think so. Yeah, like the last 16-man elimination match that you did at the fucking Tribute to the Troops was something that everybody was raving over, right? So we gotta see another one. Who's gonna be in it? John Cena, Mr. USA, and fucking Dean Ambrose, and who's he gonna go up against? Rusev? Right? No, I guarantee you. I'll bet the fucking house, the kids, the cat, the car, everything. I guarantee you. Titus O'Neil wins the United States title on Monday Night Raw. I'll guarantee everything. I'll fucking bet everything. Guarantee you Titus O'Neil wins the title. Absolutely guarantee. because that's what they're setting up for, right? Just to make him look good in front of his kids after Rusev embarrassed their father at the pay-per-view, calling him a loser, right? Watch, guarantee you Titus O'Neil wins the United States Championship. WWE official concerned over overbooking Seth Rollins. Got news on Hulk Hogan. I got news on Lesnar in the draft. I got news on Breezango. So we'll go over all that, plus hopefully more. More news will be leaked before the episode films or before I record it. But thank you guys so much, man. If you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you're thinking. This is without question the #1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes right here on YouTube.com. I'm JD. Have a safe and happy 4th of July weekend, man. I'll be back for your 4th of July with more news and rumors, man. Working around the clock to give you guys the best fucking source for WWE content and the most entertaining fucking podcast right here on YouTube.com. I'm JD. Hit that thumbs up. If you missed any of my videos previously, please check them out down below. Take advantage of that 4th of July sale on Pro Wrestling Tees Barbershop window. My online shop link down below. Coupon code AMERICA, 20% off. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back on Monday with part 4 of Off The Script. Until then, take care. Have a cold one. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah!